Most homeowners have never pulled their dryer away from the wall since they moved into their house or apartment, and that's exactly why small problems turn into expensive repairs and even possibly house fires. I'm going to show you some things you should check when you pull out your dryer, which you should do at least every year. I've worked as a professional dryer vent cleaner for the past 8 years. I've done hundreds, maybe even thousands of dryer vent cleaning jobs. These are the things I check at every job I go to. Number one is the vent hose, or what we call the transition vent. This may seem small, but it's actually one of the most important components to keeping your house safe from fires and keeping your dryer running efficiently. This is the hose that connects from the back of your dryer into the wall. Now, most of them are going to be the plastic foil vents. This is the one that they give you most of the time when you buy a new dryer. And the funny thing is, on the back of pretty much every dryer, it says specifically, do not use a plastic foil dryer vent, and that's the one that they give you. So it's kind of ridiculous. And the reason why these are bad is because one, it's plastic, and if you took a lighter to it or if it gets really hot, holes could get burnt into it or the whole thing could light on fire, and then that turns you from having a dryer fire. Now it's connected to the whole structure of your house if you have a flammable transition vent. Another thing that can happen is when it gets pushed back, it could be getting kinked, and half the airflow or all of the airflow could be getting restricted, or you could have one of the metal rigid ones, and some of them look like they're metal, but they're like basically tinfoil, and they could crush, break, rip really easily, or get smashed in when you push the dryer in. So it could be connected perfectly fine, but then you push it in and you don't look behind there, and now you have a crumpled up vent. Or I've been seen houses where they left like a 25-foot vent coiled up instead of just cutting it when they only needed like a foot or two. So check the vent behind your dryer. I recommend changing it in most cases. And the only one that I would recommend is Dryer Flex. This one is flame resistant and it's a lot harder to crush or rip. And I'll leave links down below for my recommended products. Next is check for lint buildup. Now, if your dryer vent, transition vent is connected and everything's good, there should be very little to no dust behind your dryer. If you pull out the dryer and it's a mess, like a carpet of lint on the floor, then there's definitely an issue. A lot of times when they get installed, if you tighten it too much, there could be a rip, or by the time it gets pushed back, there is a rip. So if there's lint behind there, then you make sure that you find the cause of it and you clean it up. And then next time when you go to clean there should be very little dust to none back there. Another thing is make sure the dust hasn't accumulated on the wires. If the wires get hot, and that could actually be a really bad fire hazard. I've seen wires completely covered with lint, and it's super dangerous. Next is, now that we have your dryer pulled out, it's really easy to access the inside of your dryer. Just make sure it's unplugged, that the power's not on, and then most dryers will have just one screw, and then the whole pipe comes out. That gives you access to what's called the floor pan, and this is where all the dust and lint will settle, and it's also where the heating element is. So it's very important that you get in there and you clean it at least every year or maybe 6 months, depending on how much you use your dryer. Or if you have a dryer with the lint screen up top, then the whole back panel comes off. It's a lot more screws, but you have better access to the inside. But dryers should be taken apart and cleaned at least every year or two, and most people have never done it. A lot of people have dryer vent cleaning companies that they hire and pay good money for. They come and just blow out the vent and don't clean the inside of the dryer, which is the most important part to clean. Next is to check the outside vent. So now you're going to put your the hose back on, and you're going to go outside with the dryer on, and you should check. These could have a lot of problems. The number one cause when people can't use their dryer, they're getting a burning smell, or they have to go to the laundromat, it's because it's blocked on the outside vent. And this, if it's on the side of your house, could be one of the easiest things to clean. Literally just go out there and pull off a big piece of lint. Or a lot of times there'll be a pest control device like a screen, and those will get clogged a lot faster than if you didn't have the screen. So what I would recommend is, if you're using a screen, make sure it comes off of the vent a little bit. And if you're not using a screen, I would recommend a magnetic vent. The one I recommend is magnetic. When the airflow's on, it's wide open, and then when you're not using the dryer, it's sealed with a magnet, and the magnet's really good. Even the smartest squirrels can't open it. If your vent's on the roof, this might be the time to hire a professional, unless you are 100% confident and you know what you're doing. Please be careful. But if your vent goes to the roof, you should have someone check it at least every year or two to just make sure that the air is blowing out there. A lot of times, again, the screen will be blocking it, or there'll just be a huge piece of lint. If you don't go up there and clean it, it will 100% get clogged within a couple of years. And most people haven't even touched it since they moved into their house. Next thing you should do is check the temperature of your dryer. When the dryer is running, the top of the dryer should be a little bit warm, but if you touch it and you're like burning your hand, then you definitely have a problem. It shouldn't be like hot to the touch. You shouldn't feel like you could crack an egg and fry it on top of there. And the inside of the dryer should be around 125 to 145 degrees. There's really inexpensive temperature readers. I'll leave a link down below. But that's the way to tell if your dryer is running good. At the end of every dryer vent cleaning customer, on their analytics, I'll leave the temperature of the dryer because it is really important. Next is the lint tray. A lot of my customers will say, I can't believe that there's lint and dust in there. I'm good. I clean that screen every time I use the dryer. Well, that is very important, but most of the dust is going to get past there and it's going to get stuck right in that chute. There's like a chute that goes down and then there's a fan. How it works is that's what pulls the hot air through the machine, through your clothes, and then the fan blows it out of the dryer vent. So if there's a clog, if there's an obstruction there, then you're not going to get the correct airflow coming out of your house. So this is really easy to clean. And if you want to see my full tutorial on how to clean this with a very inexpensive tool, check out this video over here.